6-eating, you motherfucker. Yeah! This race is over. Are you serious? 69.6.
He's at almost 70%.
It's over.
Like
oh my.
I have 20 different images in a folder just labeled a chair. The data centers are causing a ranch out in West Texas to have nothing but stillborn calves. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean?
Two things Hispanics in Texas hate. It's child murder and black people. And it's very crude. It's very crude to say, but it's true.
Justin for 5. Democrats demand a promise to prosecute people on top of Trump. They will get corrupt left-leaning judges to help. It's dangerous not to vote GOP. Thank you. Thank you very much for bringing this up. Guys, say what you will the GOP. Like, I have strong grievances against most of these people, but guess what? If Democrats win, you know what they're going to do? You think they're going to just go after Trump and them? Like, these retards like Barnes and Bears, they're going to go after everybody with their bullshit legal system. They were preparing that.
They're not going to give a fuck about the law. They're going to use they're going to bend the law to their will. That's what they've been doing with judges for the past 20 fucking years, dude.
Remember, there were rumors that they were going to set up camp. Like, this is a real thing. Like, they were going to set up, like, what's it called? Like, re-education camps or whatever, if Democrats won again, to stop the MAGA thing. They were actually planning that. That's a serious thing. Now, luckily, it didn't go anywhere. But they were actively talking about they need camps to re-educate MAGA. You idiots realize what they're going to do if they win. And they're getting more radical. They're getting more crazy by the second. And you think they're not going to go after you?
It's crazy to me because a year ago, abolish ICE was a fringe position amongst the left. And now it's become, in less than a year, it's become the normalized mainstream position.
It's the moderate position on the left. That's the normie position. Now, if you oppose, like, abolishing ICE, you're a right-wing nutcase. It's just these people are insane. This single vote, it might cause Hakeem Jeffries to be forced out. I know that sounds crazy, but think about this. There were 103 House Democrats to vote in favor of the amendment. Only 98 voted against it. Now, a quick reminder that there are how many Democrats lost their primaries this year to nutcases? There's been a few. Just a basic math. There's been a couple in New York, one in Colorado, a couple I think in California. But this is where things get interesting because these people are even more anti-Israel than the people in Congress right now. They're even more radical. I mean, look at the lady in New York City and in Colorado. That's her entire.
You want to know why they're more radically anti-Israel?
Enlighten us, Tyrone.
Because they're all a bunch of people who moved to America fucking 10 years ago and still have their third world grievances. You're talking about Somalis and Ethiopians and like people from the Islamic world in Latin America who are all like rabidly anti-Israel because they're fucking low IQ midwits who just go based off of tribal bullshit. Like, I'm sorry, these people aren't anti-Israel for actually... You want an example of someone who is articulately capable of explaining why he is much more opposed to Israel than other people in his party and why we need to step back on it? You know who's a really good example of that, Rap?
Say it. Who?
JD Vance. JD Vance is so good at this that he is able to disarm people on it. Unfortunately he's a bit catering to the retard, right? But he's really good at explaining why he has these issues with Israel and why he's okay with things like decoupling from them and being critical of their foreign policy and making them bend the knee to our foreign agenda.
Yeah, it's Vance.
Whereas, by the way, he's going to be the next president.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be like the fucking Democrats of nobody. It's Again, he made this like a year and a half, and he posts it every time there's like a new poll that shows like the race within a point or whatever, and it's just
moving.
Yeah,
I'm moving from this chair.
Yeah, it is House Republicans 220, Senate R 55. Now that's not my official prediction, but that is Napoleon Bonaparte appreciator. Again, a great guy. But now this broke this broke the ceiling, and now everybody's posting like memes about it. It is hilarious. But
we should get him on the. We should invite him to a stream someday.
Yeah, I should. Like Princess Rider, I get them on the stream.
You gotta get Sexy Princess Rider on the stream too.
Yeah, I said I plan on it soon.
Give me an invite. I can invite her.
I just think government shutdowns are stupid. I think it just not exist. So just do it that way.
The government has been weaponized by the Democrat Party and rogue elements of the Republican Party to screw over their constituents as much as possible in an effort to further consolidate power for themselves, because they don't give a fuck about you. They give a fuck about enriching themselves and making themselves more powerful.
Yeah, so I
guarantee you we wouldn't be having this fucking issue if Lindsey Graham were still alive. Rest in peace.
I can look that up. What SCOTUS decision allowed government shutdowns? I don't know. It just there's got to be some kind of change in the system. You cannot have the minority party like fucking dictate that shit. That is insane. And they can basically hold the country hostage. They could say, yeah, if you don't vote for us, we're gonna keep the government shut down, because they know there's no way Republicans get 60. Yeah.
It's just the Democrat Party, because when Republicans are in the minority, you have certain senators willingly crossing over party lines to vote with them, so that they always get their fucking comfy majority.
Yeah.
It's literally rogue elements of the Republican Party that fuck us over. It's Bill Cassidy, it's Tom Tillis, it's Lisa Murkowski, it's Mitch McConnell,
who's freaking missing still, but
who's fucking dead. He's fucking dead. Bashir has said he's dead. They just refuse to admit it because they know that the moment they admit Mitch McConnell's fucking dead, Bashir is going to violate the state constitution, and he's going to appoint their own Democrat senator.
It's dumb. This is why there needs to be change to how the Senate works. Because even if you say the filibuster should stay in place, okay, fine. Why should the filibuster stay in place for budgets? In other news, everybody, our good friend AOC is in the news, because it seems like AOC is preparing her campaign for 2028. I'm not even joking. Look at this right here. AOC channels Obama's hope and change message from 2008.
She's running for president in 2028.
Oh my God. Can you imagine her running for president? That's gonna be awful.
Oh, now we have Greg Vivino saying Tom Homan is just lying and that there are no mass deportations. It's fucking incredible.
Tom Homan is a patriot. We don't bash him here. But yeah, so AOC, according to former senior Obama advisor David Axelrod, by the way, if Axelrod is saying this shit, this is like Obama's like mouthpiece, basically. Folks forget how much the Obama campaign in 2008 was an insurgency against the broken politics of those times. So AOC's words, while her own, are familiar in spirit. I would, like, okay, yes, Obama, when you look it up, he was more of that outsider candidate. I get that. But can you really compare Obama to AOC? Like, term one Obama, like, before he won the election. I don't think you can. I don't think it's a fair comparison to make. But it's, I don't know. But apparently
really interesting. Okay, cool. Here's a funny Will Chamberlain tweet he just made. Really something how the entire third worldist DSA clique is talking about abolishing the Senate, but the moment you suggest denaturalizing and deporting them, they become ardent defenders of the Constitution.
That's real. Glitch EV for 2. AOC speaks fake Southerner. Oh God, don't make her do what Hillary Clinton did. Where like she has accents and stuff. America Noted for 2. I thought AOC was going to primary Schumer in 28. I think she's running for president.
She's running for president in 28, and she's going to have someone in New York run to replace McConnell. Or not McConnell. Fuck! Schumer. Sorry. Brain fart.
Yeah. But yeah, I think AOC's going to run, and she's going to try to get the Obama thing, but it's like, does she really think it's going to work? Because I don't think the primary electorate's going to vote for her. It's going to be Harris. I don't know. I just don't think AOC has enough appeal yet. I know the party's getting more crazy by the day, but you know, they love Kamala Harris. They love her on that side. So
here's my prediction. Harris is going to be the 28 nominee. Vance is going to win a popular vote by even larger margin than Trump won it by in 24, because people are going to realize Harris is fucking crazy, that she's probably going to have some crazy fucking vice presidential nominee. She's going to have someone worse than Walz. I'm calling it right now.
Oh my God, who'd be worse?
Newsom is going to run in fucking 28. Or not 28. He's going to run in 32. AOC is going to run in 32. Vance is going to be the incumbent Republican coming out uncontested, and it's going to be a Democrat party, because I don't see the Democrat Party fully succumbing to the DSA until like 22 or not 22, 32 at the earliest.
22. LZ9 for 10. Hey Rap, just voted for Biggs and AFI endorsed candidates, and yay, or ye, I should say. I've seen the Charlie Kirk effect here. Very high turnout. I think it's being underestimated. I'm guessing. Yeah, I think that's why turnout's high, because America First, or not AFI, but TPUSA is involved. I could see that.
Oh, about the Arizona thing, and this is very important. There is a reason that Arizona was Trump's best swing state in 2024. And I think it's because TP Action, obviously it's their home state. They're more comfortable there. They have experience running campaigns there. They have experience doing get out the vote stuff. But I think Trump unironically just let Charlie Kirk run that. He let Charlie Kirk run his Arizona campaign. He was in charge of advertising.
I'm pretty sure. Was it Arizona where RFK endorsed Trump too? I'm
not
pretty
sure.
Because it was Kirk that got RFK to endorse him. I know.
Yeah, but so basically, I give TP Action 90% of the responsibility of getting Trump to win Arizona by over 5 points. People forget about that.
This is Kirk's state. I know he's from Chicago originally, but
we are Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, like
we
this
carry the flame.
This is his home turf. This was his home turf. This is the turf that he's been building for years. So we're gonna see the impact of it tonight, I think, when we get results in.
I think when you
Maricopa first drop, Big 69, Schweikert 17.
He's at 60, you motherfucker. Yeah! This race is over. Are you serious? 69.6.
He's at almost 70% in
it's
Maricopa.
over.
Like I said, it's blood red tonight.
Guys.
Secretary of State, Collin 59, Swoboda 41. I don't even know what party that is. I assume Democrats. Those both sound like Star Wars names.
Let's see here.
They've already called it for Biggs, by the way.
Wow, what a shocking! With this boo! Mark Lamb is winning. That's really good. Again, we support Mark Lamb here.
Is up by 11 in Maricopa, defeating Horn.
Everything else is irrelevant.
You know,
that's so true.
And now that's another thing. It's like,
I forgot the Nigerians, Mark. You fucking racist bastard.
But it's like, but it's crazy to think it's like, unironically, like their audience is becoming that. It's not even American. Which again, there should be regulations on it. It's like, wait, why should like people from like not from America be able to like influence viewership this much for what's supposed to be American politics?
And that's why, honestly, Twitter should have it so you can see the audience of other people just by country if you're in politics. I am ecstatic that America First Insight makes content for Americans. We're at 93% in the past week of Americans looking at our stuff because we make stuff for Americans. I don't care about
true. 93% of Americans have watched America First.
Yeah, it's real.
I'll go ahead and I'll try to make like a politically viable, moderate position of what I actually want. What I actually want is for the internet from these parts of the world, which is South Asia, West Asia, Southeast Asian islands. I want all of the internet cut off from these places, and especially from the pilfering African countries. Not all African countries, but the ones that are clearly abusing the system. I want them all. I want them all.
Rip.
I want them all removed from access to American internet. But the moderate position, I think, is that our legislators force the ISPs and Google, Alphabet, everybody else to make a filter that we can click on and off. And every single American that does not want them to interact with their posts, it's all filtered out. Everything from an IP address from these specific countries that are put on a list are excluded because they are exploiting our social media and exploiting our systems for profit. Even if it only makes minimum wage over here, minimum wage in one of these countries is gangbusters. It's enough to buy mansions. So please just cut them out. Give us an option. Give us a filter. Give us a toggle.
Something.
Thank you.
That is a good point. Like,
but a certain group of people, you know who I'm referring to.
Gosh, copyright, all that stuff, and of course security stuff. They should not be. We should not have internet. Like, how do I say this? You should be allowed to like interact with people on the internet with them, but there should be a filter. Yeah, geoblocking. That's the name I was looking for. Yeah,
we should be able to geoblock all these people.
It's like. If you want to interact with them, fine.
Fucking India never following my Twitter account.
But it's like, if they want to follow them, like, fine. But it's like, you should have the option where, hey, if these countries do not respect basic stuff like IP laws, copyright, all that, and they're like, they should be geo-blocked or have the ability to.
These people do so much more intangible damage to our country, our voting, our culture than they could ever possibly economically contribute, which is why
100%.
they should be forced to be on Russian and Russian, African, Chinese internet systems. Whoever lets them into their little bungalow, they can be in someone else's ecosystem, not ours.
Of course,
Russia
we do.
And China actively block African and Indian IPs from accessing the internet. So
yeah, and by the way,
exactly what
when we say this,
I thought they loved India and Africa.
By the way, we're not saying every Asian country like Japan and South Korea. You guys are fine. You guys are chill. But like these other ones,
there are developed countries and developing countries that are true friends and allies of America.
Again, I think Japan's our best friend.
It's not something that's actually hard to delineate. There are people very obviously taking advantage of our systems, and there are people contributing. If they're contributing, like obviously Japan and South Korea do, and even like most Vietnamese do, like, yeah, obviously we let these types of countries in that have positive of symbiotic relationships with America. You guys took biology, you know what a symbiotic relationship is?
Serious question.
We use we geoblock them. It's like Terminex.
Well, here's a serious question. When you think of all these giant internet scams and all that, when was the last time it came from Japan or South Korea? And not like
never, literally never.
I'm trying to think of like a major hacking or whatever, because like I can't think, because guess what? These cultures, guess what? They have cultural respect. They don't do that shit over there. So
yeah, no, like they make way more money selling us
they make more money.
Cell phones and cars and TVs than they do trying to exploit us for like minimum wage earnings on social media.
Yeah, it's like I seriously cannot think, like there obviously it happened before, but all the notorious ones, it's always India, Nigeria, Pakistan. It's always these countries. Again, not everybody from these countries doing this shit, but it is clearly a problem, especially
here's like a serious race-neutral way of geo-blocking countries without making it about race at all whatsoever.
Just follow IP
GDP capita. If your country is above a certain threshold of GDP per capita, which means that like each individual person like in your country is a certain amount of wealthy, like wealthier, then yes. Now, like if we do it just simply by GDP, then that won't fix anything. GDP per capita makes sure that everybody is at like some certain standard of wealth, and the people that would truly profit off of doing these scummy scams on Amazon and these dirty spool accounts on Twitter, like they get filtered out automatically because they will never make enough money.
Don't forget Romania. Romania is a different story. Like, yeah, they do have that, but at least they're in the EU and they have some laws that respect American stuff. So
they can be regulated by the EU.
There's regulation. Like, that's a different story. And again, I'm not a fan of the EU, but like, when you look at it, they mostly are lying. So
I appreciate the EU for the food regulations and for standardizing USB Type-C and forcing phone companies to like make removable batteries. Their tyranny is useful when it's prosumer, but then like the rest of the tyranny, they deserve to be destroyed and dismantled for. How about that?
Yeah. Good cyber teams that contract for the federal government are recommended to block everyone but the UK, Canada, and Australia, New Zealand. Well, yeah, that's just common sense. Like these, obviously, you want to block all these other countries.
Also, think about it this way: like, it would be really nice if we could like encourage and push the geo-blocking in these other countries. Because look in your like, only 11% have a positive opinion of America. That is a mixture of their own homegrown propaganda and foreign propaganda. And imagine if we could cut off the foreign end of that and then kind of negotiate the countries into, you know, hey, how about you like say less mean things about us if you want to keep trading with us? And then like imagine the world, how much healing the world would go through if both domestic and foreign propaganda against America disappeared from these countries.
It just, like, a lot of the issues of the internet stems from the fact that we don't geoblock. Because remember, just 10 years ago, this wasn't a problem because, honestly, these countries, they did not have access to the internet, at least not to a widespread scale.
There was a natural financial gatekeeping to internet access.
And you can thank people like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos for spreading the cheap internet and technological capability.
I get what they were trying to do, but it failed. I get what they're trying to do, but it just the way they're doing it right now, it's got to change. I'm sorry, like if they want to have internet, fine. That's not the issue. It just they should not be able to like abuse the system, and you can't do anything about it. It's like that's fucking insane.
Here's the core problem, and this is what you need to tell to your mom and your dad at the dinner table. It's what you need to tell to your little friend and whatever else. There are not just Israel. Not just Iran, not just Qatar, but like dozens upon dozens upon dozens of countries all vying for influence over your minds and over our election process. And no matter what persuasion you're talking to, so like you're talking to someone who's anti-Israel, mention Israel and all their buddies. And, well, how many buddies does Israel have left right now?
They have nobody. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like they got. Yeah, they got India.
Well, they get everyone from Somaliland.
Well, whatever persuasion the person you're talking to is, just bring up the point. Like, everybody that you think is negatively influencing American politics outside of our borders, they have free reign to endlessly lie to every single American. And you know, like if you're talking to like a super like brainwashed Democrat, bring up Russia. Look, RT is just running wild in the streets of our internet. Like, do you really want another rigged Russian election?
Yeah,
like bring up Russia. Bring up Russia, bring up Israel, or if you're talking to someone of a right-wing persuasion, bring up all these Islamic countries. Bring up all these countries that they inherently think hate us, which they do, by the way. Like they're totally right. They all hate us.
But I'm trying to think. What has been gained from these countries gaining internet access? Seriously, what's been gained?
Making everybody like deranged, psychotic, like mentally ill, mental illness spiking in America.
Yeah, mental illness spiking. Gaming went to shit. Internet's gone to shit as a whole. All social media platforms are slop now. It's all garbage. People are scamming people left and right. Yeah, of course scams always existed.
Like, all of those AI videos
insane.
with like.
You look at the AI stuff though, it's like, and there are good projects people are doing. Like, for example, I saw a couple days ago, some guy was able to like recompile the Wii Mario Kart game like on a computer.
Mario Kart Wii uncompiled, yeah.
Yeah,
and
it's like that.
It's super fun.
It's amazing, but it's all these comments are saying, "You used AI, how dare you?" It's like he actually did something cool with it. That's what AI is supposed to be meant for. You know how long that would take to do it by hand? Like, you have to recompile the whole fucking thing. Like, that would take forever. That's what AI should be used for. And now there's like artists that like are banning people from like suggesting, even using AI for concept. It's like all you're doing is isolating people. Like you're gaining nobody from attacking anybody who's AI. And by the way, let's cut the shit. The whole gaming industry, they use AI.
You said the line.
Everybody fucking uses AI in the coding industry.
You don't have to force it. Just make games. And yeah, just yell at Xbox until they make normal games again, please.
Instead of you could just do things, you could just make games.
Yeah.
You can just make games.
What won me over with her was when what she did with Bethesda and Obsidian. That was the funniest thing ever. How the hell did you get Bethesda to say yes with Obsidian? How?
It's easy. You threaten Bethesda because it's so obvious they've been doing nothing for like
what the
8
fuck are
years.
they doing? Like, when are they gonna ever release? Oh my god!
And they're sitting there. Those Bethesda devs are trying to guilt trip you, the audience, right now. Guilt trip you, the audience, about they fired people that were working on the new Elder Scrolls game.
Yes,
They've been working on that
Haven't
game
seen
for
gameplay
15
was
years.
announced 8 years ago, right before they were bought out. 8 years ago.
And you know they were working on it
I
beforehand.
remember watching E3 2018 with my friends. One of my best friends, huge Elder Scrolls fan. I had also just started getting into Morrowind at the time. Morrowind is the best Elder Scrolls game, by the way. Fight me on this. I remember we saw the Elder Scrolls trailer. We were like, "That's not a fucking trailer. That's a Blender rendition with a title card."
And they claim that these types of trailers are in-game trailers by like rendering them in whatever engine that the actual game's going to be in. They do this all the time, by the way. But not just with Elder Scrolls, like a bunch of other games. But like imagine like Skyrim, didn't that come out in 2011? My like freshman year of high school.
I'm pretty.
Skyrim came out 11/11/11.
Jesus, it's been that long.
I was 14. I was less than half of my current age when Skyrim.
This right here, and listen, when she did that, she forced Bethesda to get off their ass and got Obsidian back and Fallout. That won me over. It's like, oh my god, they're making a game, making 2 games actually. Holy shit.
Yeah, it kind of seems like she understands that, hey, because I think she's just angling to be like CEO of Microsoft or whatever, but she knows that if she can take like shitty Xbox right now and maybe have it make money,
make it a winner.
The board will like approve her to be Microsoft, which she's doing it through common sense.
That's what she has to do. It's just like all these people, what do? You've been here for 20 years and you've done nothing. You're a pencil pusher. Okay, you've been here for 20 years. Who gives a shit? Name me what you've done recently.
That everyone started playing live service games in 2020, and then they all went, why. Oh, well, obviously everyone's going to continue playing every live service game just like they are right now for the next 10 years. Duh, let's make 1 billion of them.
And by the way, let's put all of our games on a shitty subscription service that used to be good and pump up the price.
Literally, the CEO has literally criticized the subscription service. She was like, all of Xbox's financial behaviors were premised upon that subscription service, Xbox Game Pass, doing better than it did. It didn't do well.
Needed to double its subscribers.
Yeah, me and Mark talked about this. It's like the original model made sense, but when they started doing these day one releases and they made it exclusive, it's like you do realize that there's not enough money to pay for this. You got to either jack up the subscription or double the membership, and they didn't neither. Well, they jacked up
they're distorting their own games market. They're not getting any metrics for like how much people enjoy anything. And anytime a game underperforms, they're just like, well, that's because everybody's playing it on Game Pass. No, that's an excuse. That is lousy excuses. And so yeah, no. You have to get new releases away from the Game Pass.
Well,
you have like Game Pass should be for games that have been released for 6 months to a year already or longer. New games need to stand on their own, and if they can't, then you need to either shut down the studio or move it in a different direction.
The original model made sense, where it was the old games, you could play all these old games for free, or not free, but through a subscription, and a few months after the game releases, you could play. That's how it should be. Not you can play Call of Duty day one. Yeah, how did that work out? That was what do you think's gonna happen? But Yeah, I think honestly though, Microsoft, if the one thing they can do, and if they do this, they're going to win the next generation no matter what. Focus on physical media. Do it for somebody. It's unironically going to take an industry retraction and a gaming market crash to solve this. Here's the problem. There is no Nintendo, like, I don't see a new Nintendo rising. Like, you need a Nintendo type company to rise. I don't see that happening.
John, we're starting a new gaming company.
Because, like, Nintendo was already successful before that. Like what? You try to, like, I mean, Valve? I mean, they're trying, but you need a Nintendo-like company to rise from the ashes, and I don't see that happening. Or even Sega. You don't got that.
There's like companies that could opportunistically hop into the space, but the thing is that there's been such a bad record of that. Remember when Google tried to hop into?
Oh, that's right. Like the shitty. What was it called? It was like
Cloud.
Yeah, the cloud, and it was like, dude, it's just your TV. And it's playing shit.
It was garbage, and that's what everybody that like is scared of entering the gaming, like the gaming hardware and console industry, they all look at stuff like that and they're like, "This is horrible." And they're even looking at like what's happening to Steam right now, and they're like, "That's horrible. I don't want to live through that." And yeah, no, it's a big loss leader industry to jump into.
You need a giant corporation like Microsoft in the 90s. They got in because they had infinite money and they were able to afford it. Like I'm trying to think. Do you trust Apple? You know, they would just charge like fucking $1 million to do it.
Okay. Imagine Elon Musk joins in and he makes a console. He makes a console for the X app, and it's
X
called
console.
The X.
The Xbox, you say? It really makes you think, doesn't it?
No, like what? Elon Musk should just be like the X cylinder or the X sphere. X sphere. Wouldn't that be funny?
But like
it's like the game sphere from Drake and Josh.
He's talked about that. He's
the everything console.
Gosh, shut up. Yeah, I know you're. Oh God, Tyrone, why did you say that? I'm getting Vietnam flashbacks. But like seriously, like you need somebody like Musk to fund it. That's the issue. And Musk has talked about it. He's started a game company. I know that. But like you need somebody like that. And these other companies, who do you trust? Do you trust Apple? Do you trust? And same thing with Wisconsin. I think Tiffany's already favored. But come November, if the stuff for Hero Han comes out and they use it, good luck. And I mean, she's running on what, data centers and freaking Epstein? Are you serious?
Yeah, data centers, Epstein, socialism, welfare.
Her entire Epstein thing's gonna fall apart after it comes out that she voted against making grooming
there's just her voting record alone. It's like, really? You're gonna attack Tiffany for that? But I think that whole Epstein thing, I think, is gonna fail miserably. I just have this feeling it's gonna fail completely because
literally running her campaign on Epstein.
I mean, think all the Democrats running on Epstein this year. You have Sherrod Brown in Ohio running Epstein. John Ossoff.
Yeah, I was going to say Ossoff, yeah.
Francisco Hahn. Watch Telrico. He's going to start doing it. I guarantee you. It's Epstein, guys. It's all about Epstein.
Telrico's already talked about Epstein before.
It's like, guys, nobody gives a shit.
Telrico, from what I've seen, he's actually trying to win. So he's trying to moderate a little bit, which I guess makes sense. I think that race is going to be uncomfortably close, but it's just gonna be, I think this will be Paxton's closest race. If he even goes for re-election, I think he'll win by more. I think it's just he's kind of untested a little bit. He'll win by like 4, though. It's gonna be within 5 points. But
like I keep arguing with people about this. Can anybody show me a single poll where more than 2% of voters care about Epstein as the #1 issue? Is there a single poll anyone could point to?
Outside maybe Washington, D.C.
Yeah. And even then, I remember looking at this. RMG Research, they had a tracker back in, I think, February, in the height of the hysteria, when everyone was pushing it. It was 2% nationally that cared about Epstein as the #1 issue. It was like the 12th most important issue. It's like, seriously? That is, nobody gives a shit. Yes, maybe as a third tier issue for some people, fine. But the majority of people, they care about the economy, immigration, law and order. That's what they care about. Affordability, yeah. That's why I think that these idiots run on the economy. What are you doing? I guess they really can't, because even the polls that show Democrats winning, they're barely winning the issue of the economy, which is just sad. I'm looking at the polling right now. This is the RCP average. And yet again, if it wasn't for, take a guess which pollster, Tyrone. Take a guess.
Paris?
Yep. If it wasn't for big data, this would likely be within 3 or 4. Right now it's 4.5 points. But you look at all the recent polls, basically every poll in the average right now is within 5 points, with the plurality of them being within 3 and 4.
It's just like Napoleon said, I'm not getting out of my chair.
Yeah. Like, yes, the Democrats in this scenario, they would be doing, at best, Biden 2020 levels. That's best case scenario, by the way. But according to Barris, every poll's fake except his. Every poll, it doesn't matter if it's Harvard Harris. It doesn't matter if it's all these other pollsters, Quantus Insights, they're all fake. But yeah, I'm just waiting. Oh, gosh, I just love the meme now. It's like everybody's waiting for big data to drop the new poll. D plus 15, D plus 20. So
Vance has a very demanding, commandeering lead, and AOC comfortably leads everyone but Buttigieg.
Yeah, so again, the Vance, Rubio's only surging because of the name recognition, I would say. But it's gonna be fucking Vance. Like, Rubio's not gonna run. But look at this. Like, look at the Democrat side. AOC, Buttigieg, Mark Kelly, Newsom, Sanders, Harris, Ossoff, Shapiro, Rokana. Look at this. AOC at 22%. My God. Now, the good news for Harris is, a reminder, they moved the Democrat primary around. Remember, Iowa and New Hampshire are not first anymore. It's South Carolina. And Tyrone, enlighten us. Why do they make South Carolina the first primary states?
Black people! Black people!
Yeah, that's the reason.
The reason they moved South Carolina first is because as black people, the historic black coalition has always been... Yeah, unironically, it's because they're black. They rely on the black vote to help set the... Biden was the 28th nominee because he won the South Carolina primary. You know what I meant. 2020 nominee because he won the black primary.
Yeah, and that's the issue for Democrats. Like, that's why they picked South Carolina, because you win the first primary by a big margin. You know that's a good sign for you. God, I love these memes so much. The chair memes.
Yeah, you might have single-handedly set the latest fucking meme trend. I'm not gonna lie, broski.
You've been pushing it for a while.
I have 20 different images in a folder just labeled a chair.
And they're all hilarious. It's just like the chair is just sitting in the background. It's not moving. Not get out of this chair.
Wait, Napoleon, you got out of your chair. Nah, man. This is it. I'm in my chair. This is the extra chair I'm putting you in.
Oh my gosh. Take up for 2. My chair's Tiffany plus 3 after Milwaukee goes burr. That's real. Real and true. Chance raising for 5. Rule number 1. Always listen to Napoleon Bonaparte Appreciator. Real.
Rule number 2. Don't leave the fucking chair.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I mean, like, how long have you been posting this again for? It's been a while.
So I did a tweet giving the basic background for what I remember about this. It was a prediction. It was part of a larger prediction I had made to friends of mine in DMs back in March of 2025. Basically saying, depending on how redistricting and the economy goes, the highs for Republican gains will be anywhere from the mid 230s to the low 240s. If we want to be like giving Republicans a lot of benefit of the doubt, with the low end being 222, 220. Once redistricting was, I think it was like halfway through, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm settling in on the 220 end. And then I made that image on February 6th of this year.
It is amazing. It is one of the funniest things ever. And now, like, it's going mainstream. People are using it left and right.
I have been mocked by so many people for that meme between February and May, and now I'm just seeing so many people in the wild using it.
Yeah. You know what's bad when even boomers are starting to use it a little bit.
Yeah. Boomers are... Wait, this meme has spread to Facebook?
I've seen, like, not to Facebook, but there's a couple of boomers on Twitter I've seen using it. There's a chance. Yeah, you made it. You just won. They're firebombing 5G towers. It's like, remember when that was a conspiracy? The 5G towers are gonna make everyone infertile.
That's gonna be the next thing. Data center. Data centers are the climate change, by the way.
I said nuclear power.
I'm so sick and tired of data centers. I had to listen to a boomer today, a rural boomer, tell me today that the data centers are causing a ranch out in West Texas to have nothing but stillborn calves. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? What do you mean that data centers are causing stillborn calves? What?
Like, my question is, how does that even work? Like, are they just saying, like, the electricity for the data centers is fucking with them? Like, what?
The electricity, the noise pollution, the water pollution.
What that's, oh my, what?
And probably, they don't know what it is, but radiation.
This right here is why the data center stuff is like, listen, I'm not a fan of data centers, so there should be regulations on it, but my God. The discourse on this is getting retarded. Well, it's already been retarded, but it's getting worse by the day. Now you people still gotta firebomb these data centers. It's the same shit these nutcases in the 70s did with the nuclear, by the way. Not saying it's gonna get as good.
Yeah, that nuclear energy complaint post that I made about a boomer about a lady I was talking to. Yeah, different lady, but again, West Texas rural boomer complaining about the fact that there is, one, a data center, and two, it's going to be powered by a nuclear power plant.
These people are just fucking crazy. People who are against data centers are because of China. Listen, you're not wrong. Again, there was a journalist that went around looking up all these groups that are opposed to data centers. Basically, every single one of them are being backed financially by the Communist Chinese Party. The Chinese Communist Party, excuse me. Man, I wonder why.
It's Chinese party.
Man, it's as if China does not want America to, like, advance. They want to win the AI. They want to win the AI.
Yeah, man, it really kind of sucks. You know, China, when they want to do something, they can just blow up an apartment building without anyone's consent. In America, you have to deal with boomers in town getting mad.
You have to deal with
these are the
schizos.
These are the people who will protest putting a Dunkin' Donuts in their neighborhood because it's gonna mess up traffic. And
meanwhile,
like, you have to try to sell to put like data center in. Like, yeah, it sucks. Our country is cooked because of these boomers who are gonna be dead in 10 years anyway. Like, I should have.
Damn, we lost you. Oh my God.
I just crossed the border into Minnesota. That's why.
But yeah, it's just the whole thing with the data centers and these boomers. Like, these people are just so batshit crazy. But the crazy thing is like, you guys do realize data centers have been around for a long time, right? I know these are new ones. Like, AI data centers are new. Okay, you want to ban old data centers? How do you think the internet works? How do you think your cell phone works? Do you just think there's a cloud, like an actual fucking cloud in the sky?
Arizona second. That is the only victory the New York Jets are ever allowed to have now.
And also, too,
It's
don't
real.
forget, Arizona's first. They decided to get behind a lesbian candidate who has a witch fetish. I'm not kidding.
Wait,
Look
wait,
into it.
what?
Yeah, look into it. She's like follows all these like witch like fetish accounts.
Wait, which account? Wait, who's running? Wait, what? What seat is
I
this?
forgot what her name is. The one running against Juan Ciscomani.
What the fuck?
Weird as fuck, I know. And also, you got that one, and you very well could see in Wisconsin's third, Rebecca Cook, who's not the greatest candidate herself, lose her primary to a DSA back challenger.
Yeah, it's like
the art game. We're gonna have a lot of candidates upset in their primaries. We've already had a lot of these swing district Democrats lose their primaries to nutcases.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe them. Like, these people, they're not even progressives. They're just nutcases. They don't even believe progressivism. They're just saying the most insane shit possible. You don't know where you get these people from. They just come out of the woodwork every year. Seriously, where do Democrats get these people from? Where? Arkham Asylum? It's fucking insane. And it's gonna get worse because now you got New Hampshire Senate race. Yeah, look at that
Kamala
little
Harris
bit.
for a third time.
And my least favorite my least favorite retard is already fucking shitting and crying about it. Elections Joe is saying it should be Georgia, not South Carolina.
But yeah, so we'll get that in a second because that is big news. But yeah, so I looked at Emerson College, by the way, and guys, apparently threats to democracy are the #1 issue for voters in 2026.
Yes, that makes perfect sense.
Their last poll, by the way, that it shot up like 10% in a month, like the threat to democracy. And oddly, Democrats surged at the same time. Now, I'm not going to say Emerson faked their polls. I don't think they did. But you know what?
Emerson faked the polls.
No, they didn't.
It's all rigged.
I think this does demonstrate one thing. A lot of these summer polls suck. You cannot tell me with a straight face that all these Democrat polls that have been dropping, like in Ohio, Colorado, California, Virginia, they're all showing very competitive races for the House. For seats that, if it was a blue wave, should be going Democrat. But at the same time, Emerson College drops a D+11 out of nowhere.
So I do have some insight into that.
What's your explain.
Yeah, so a little bit about, though 4 years of it was in college, I have about 8 years of experience working in politics and campaigning.
Yeah, I know that.
Particularly, I got really focused on how does the polling side work, especially for the campaign. There are 3 main reasons a campaign is going to publicize their poll. They want fundraising.
Yep.
Like, hey guys, it's such a close race. Just a little bit more funds and energy, and we're gonna win this. It is a oh fuck situation. Hey, national party, I fucking need help. Or it's to demoralize the opponent. Like we saw that, like if people were paying attention with the Attorney General polling in Texas, Chip Roy, his campaign was pretty much the only ones putting out polling, and all of it was like, oh, it's going to be Roy plus 40. That is a demoralization poll. That is meant, whether they truly believe that it's going to be that they are going to be in first is another thing. But when you're putting out polls like that, you're hoping that it demoralizes the opponent's base. For the Democrats, though, they are putting out these polls that either mean, hey guys, we could win this race, or it is, hey national committee, national party, we need help.
Yeah,
Yeah, but there's a lot of people who seem to think Paxton is this terrible fucking nominee and he's not going to be able to match Tellerico and we're just going to be drowned out. I'm like, no. Ken Paxton can literally pull money out of his fucking asshole.
Well, and we've gone over this a million times. Even if this is the case where he can't fundraise, don't you guys realize we have $1 billion just sitting there? We have $1 billion.
Governor Greg Abbott alone, who is also on the ballot, has a war chest of $100 million.
I didn't realize $100
now
million.
Started spending.
That's not, how much money does fucking Dan Patrick have? 30 million?
About like 20 to 30 million.
Jesus. Guys,
Yeah,
he's not a fundraising issue.
38 million.
Yeah.
38
Oh
million,
my
I just
God.
checked.
The Republican with the largest war chest is Donald Trump. The Republican with the second largest war chest is Greg Abbott. And that war chest was meant for his presidential campaign had Trump not run in 24.
Yeah, it's like that is an insane amount of money just in Texas alone. And people are expecting us to lose because, what, he might get outraised by Tellerico, who's getting money from California. Wow.
I sure can't wait for Greg Abbott to run for president in 28 and just gets embarrassed by Abbott's.
Hopefully he does the same thing as Beto did with a gun comment. Hell yes, you're taking your guns.
Greg Abbott is not even particularly popular in Texas. You need to understand with Greg Abbott, we tolerate him because he does whatever the fuck Dan Patrick tells him to do, for the most part. If the state house were a board, go ahead.
It's also something I've had to explain to so many people here. Greg Abbott will be as conservative as the state house allows.
Yeah.
If the state house goes more moderate, Greg Abbott is going to sign more moderate legislation. If they go more conservative, he's going to sign more conservative legislation. This most recent session, he got pissed off with the state house not doing the one thing that he wanted of school choice.
What's the ad about, Tyrone?
Fuck, what's the name of the Ukrainian? It's a Ukrainian girl that got stabbed, Ariana or something like that. Yeah, no, it's about the hardcore crime. It openly mentions how Cooper's soft on crime policies are the reason cities like Raleigh and Charlotte are just horrifying shit shows to live in.
Yeah,
you
and
can thank
obviously
Trump and ICE for making them much safer now.
Yeah, I'm not going to play the video here because it shows what happened. I'm not going to play the video for obvious reasons, but
it's, by the way, it is an objectively good thing that they show that in the advertisement. People need to understand this is exactly what happened with Roy Cooper and his soft on crime policies. People need, someone died. Yes, you need to watch someone die to understand where we are right now. Some people, again, are still not fully awake to the fact that we are here at this point in time. We're not 10 years ago. You can't be nice with these people. These people are completely okay with letting motherfucking freaks, drug addicts, homeless, murderers, pedophiles, child predators, schizophrenics, mentally ill drug addicts out onto the streets that are just going to do whatever the fuck that they want. It's the same insanity that got that person burnt alive in New York last year. I keep mental documents. You remember the lady who got burnt alive last year on a New York subway?
I remember that. Like, I actually forgot about that.
Yeah, you remember what happened with that motherfucker in Philadelphia last year? Like, there's a lot of people who just get fucking murdered. They just, like, they die for no explicable, people just die because of these soft on crime policies. Which I'm really fucking happy that Michael Whatley's going after him on this now, because this is the kind of shit Law and Order are Law and Order is literally one of the three big things Republicans consistently pull good on. It's the economy, it's immigration, it's law and order. You just need to hit on these three and you can win basically any election against a candidate who doesn't have 3 to 4 times as much money as you do. And we just had the Supreme Court ruling that allows the party to straight inject money into you. Like, they're grabbing you in the fucking lobe in your fucking stomach and they're just injecting you with fucking human growth hormone. You're just getting a fucking cash injection. Burn that shit. Dominate the fucking airwaves. It's not that hard. And Whatley's finally doing that.
Yeah, we said by Labor Day. Like, he had to get going by Labor Day, and we are a month away, obviously. But what's gonna happen come September? That's the part that I don't think anyone's really ready for, because I mean he's gonna lose.
All you need to do, look, here's what you do, and I'm sure Napoleon will agree with me here. You rent out 32 white vans, right? You rent out 32 white vans. You put speakers on top of every single one of them, and you drive around the Rio Grande Valley in Hispanic heavy areas and have in Spanish recordings of Tallarico saying he supports abortion and giving black people reparations. If there's two things Hispanics in Texas hate, it's child murder and black people. And it's very crude. It's very crude to say, but it's true. It's very crude, but it's very true.
No, there's one thing up there that competes with how much they hate black people in Texas.
Oh.
And that is Tejanos hate illegals.
That's true.
But it's like, yeah, that's actually a good idea. Why not? Just take some white vans and pull up. It's just like Rigby for Wriggler's show with the fucking giant like radio. That's what we gotta do. Had a little bit of this break earlier. It's the South Carolina news for 2028 for the Democrat Party. So they have officially selected South Carolina as the first Southern state in the 28 primary calendar.
For those who are illiterate, that means Kamala Harris is winning the primary, and they are going to be running Harris in 28, which means we are going to be getting Harris AOC. I don't know her vice presidential post. I don't know who her VP pick is going to be.
I don't know either.
But like against Vance, Walls. No, it's not going to be Walls.
Oh, they run it back with Walls. He's making a comeback.
It's going to be Hakeem Jeffries. They're going to raise the alarm on the national security.
Oh my
gosh. Yeah, Vance is going to win 28 now. Unironically, they have just made it so that Harris is going to be the fucking heir presumptive
because
of the Dem Party.
You know they're going to pick states that favor their picks. They're going to make sure the DSA doesn't win these primaries.
Black boomers. They want black boomers to select Harris. They want to lock out AOC. They want to lock out the DSA. They're going to have Harris, and they're going to pick some moderate, older white person. And I'm going to say it right now. Harris's attempts to appeal to Mamdani and the progressives is not going to work because Harris intentionally locked out a lot of the progressive from actually campaigning with her. She played herself as a progressive, but she completely sided with the establishment of the party. Progressives are not going to go vote for Harris in 2028. Straight up, I'm saying this right now.
But Tucker Carlson might, and others.
Yeah, who gives a fuck what Tucker Carlson is a Muslim. I don't give a fuck what he thinks.
Well, did you guys see what he said earlier, like yesterday?
The Hadiths speak of this.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, what he said
reading it. All I saw was Ben Shapiro going goy slop.
Yeah, but like what he said yesterday was it was sad. It's literally the Reddit meme. It is literally the meme. It's just fucking stupid. It's sad, but that's the reality of it. So like, yeah, who does Harris appeal to? You know the morons of the right are gonna vote for her because is she gonna say something dumb about like Epstein or the fucking is oh my god the Palantir the fucking is oh my god the Palantir thing. Like Tyrone, that person you're talking to earlier, Palantir thing.